Scanning. Identity authorized. Welcome to the Secret Superhero Club Podcast Network.
Water. Earth. Fire. Air. Long ago, the four nations lived together in harmony. Then, everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked. Only the Avatar, master of all four elements, could stop them. But when the world needed him most, he vanished. 100 years passed and my brother and I discovered the new Avatar, an airbender named Aang. And although his airbending skills are great, he has a lot to learn before he's ready to save anyone. But I believe Aang can save the world.
Welcome everybody to the Animation Station podcast. My name is Josh.
And my name is Ashley.
And today we're going to be ending Avatar August with Avatar The Last Airbender Season 3.
Book 3, Fire. Fire.
Oh, you know what we should have done? We should have done a Flameo at the beginning.
Well, I'll tell you what, we'll do Flameo as an outro.
Did you say Flamea?
Flameo. It's like Flamea as a feminine way of saying it, I guess.
Flamea is the feminine way of saying Flameo. I love it. Someone get Michael DiMattino on the line.
All right, let's do it.
So for your season, or your third series of Avatar, Flamea, please. Oh, man. All right, so Ashley, Hannah and I did the first two seasons, so this is your first time. This is your first time in the podcast. Welcome.
Yay.
This is your first Avatar August episode.
Yep.
So, just out of curiosity, who's your favorite Avatar character?
My favorite.
I bet I have a guess.
I don't know if I mentioned this in a previous episode, but my favorite is always and always will be Sokka. He's my boy.
Now, like real Sokka or like Fire Emblem Players Sokka that was voiced by Scott Menville?
Well, both. I don't know any Sokka, not the movie version.
Who was that? That was the dude from Twilight, right?
Yeah, Jackson Rathbone.
See, that's such a cool name.
I know.
Jackson Rathbone. Oh, was he related to Basil?
I have no
Basil?
I have no idea.
Someone look that up. Let us know in the comments below.
All right.
We don't have comments below, but, you know.
Anywhere.
Just let us know anywhere. All right, so Sokka?
Yes.
See, I thought for sure you were gonna say
Zuko? Or
I thought for sure you were gonna say the Cabbage Man, the Cabbage Person.
Well, he's my favorite underrated character. I think he's everyone's favorite.
He's so great.
He is loved by all.
What is it? The Earth King's bear. Who's just a bear.
Yeah.
And I love that everybody freaks out about that. They were like, is it a platypus bear? No. Is it a moose bear? It's like, no, it's just a bear. I'm like, oh, that's boring.
But I also love the manly version of Toph.
Manly Toph is so cool.
Or the Boulder.
Oh, yeah, the just wannabe Hulk Hogan / Macho Man Randy Savage.
Yes.
He's so great. The boulder is gonna get you. Okay, now I guess we can kind of go in. Well, actually, before we actually go into the season, if you were to rank Team Avatar, where would you rank Team Avatar?
Well, let's see. I guess there are four. Or
yeah,
will we count
characters.
Zuko though?
Yeah, let's count Zuko in
because
Team Avatar.
He's,
so
the
five
fire
members
element.
of Team like the 5 human members of Team Avatar.
Okay. Oh my gosh. Let's see. Katara number 5. Toph number 4. Oh man. I love Aang and Zuko. Well, I guess.
But you must pick
Aang, number 3, Zuko number 2, and Sokka number 1.
All right. Well, mine's a little bit different.
Okay.
I'm gonna go Sokka number 1, Toph number 2, Zuko number 3, Aang number 4,
sorry,
and
Aang.
rounding out number 5 is gonna be Azula.
So Azula over Katara?
Yes.
Wait, but she's not Team Avatar.
Maybe.
In a spinoff?
Fine. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Make me the Azula Chronicles.
Oh. Are we, I think after we talk about book 3, we should talk about the shorts. Like, the shipping school.
Oh my gosh, shipping school is amazing.
Yeah, let's do that.
Oh, God. Saga, my man. Oh, jeez. Now I'm going to think about the stupid shipping school the whole entire episode.
Oh, it's the best one.
No, let's start with the shorts first. So we'll start with shipping school so I can get my head out of it.
Yeah, and everybody wants to hear it, I guess.
I love in shipping school, so just a brief for everybody. There's a series of shorts that go with the seasons of Avatar. There's one where they're in the swamp and Zuko keeps getting his butt slapped.
I love that.
And then there's the shipping school. Shipping school is probably my favorite.
It is. It's fine for me.
Mainly because we got Sokka and he's got Yue on one
And Suki.
and Suki on the other, and they're just kind of like looking at each other.
And then insert cat attack noises.
Right? Oh my gosh, it's so good.
And then Zuko and Jet and who's that?
Katara.
And it starts with H.
Yeah, shoot.
Oh,
the
no.
Earth King boy.
Yeah, and they're fighting over Katara, and then she goes with the blue spirit at the end.
Which means she got with Zuko.
Yeah.
So it's a win for Zuko. Okay, let's do ships. So, what was your favorite ship in Avatar?
Suki and Sokka, all the way. I love them so much. They're adorable.
Since season 1 and we got that first kiss from Suki,
yeah,
I was all with Sokka and Suki. When Yue kind of popped into the picture, I was like, I guess.
They
But
were
it's also,
okay.
she's a princess and he's a commoner.
I kind of overlooked that first kiss with Suki because I didn't really take them very seriously. I thought she was just a side character. But then book 2 came along and Sokka did that rushed kiss. Oh my god, it's legit!
Oh yeah, he kissed her twice there.
Yeah!
He got a kiss. I love the best part of that. The best part of that whole relationship is she still doesn't know everything about Yue.
Yeah, and then the play.
She's like, oh, so your girlfriend's a moon?
It's like, you are, shush, this is serious. She's like, huh.
I love that she's, so offended during, Fire Emblem players so many times, but then she's like, oh, no, it's all right. I got Sokka.
That's okay. I love how she puts up
Yue
with
came
him.
back, too, which, in episode 1 of this season, Yue comes back, and I was
Yeah.
like, girl, what you doing? Get out of here. You the moon.
Go do your moonly business.
Oh god. Yeah, I'm right there. Okay, so Sokka and Suki my number 1, but I was also very much with Sokka and Toph.
Okay.
if Suki never would have come back in season 2, Sokka and Toph. Faux sure.
Well, I don't know. I think there was another person Oh, okay. I am a guilty shipper of Zuko and Sokka.
What do you call Zuko and Sokka? Zazu? No.
Zazu.
Is it Sokka?
No, it's no. It's Well, Suka is Suki and Sokka.
Yeah.
But Suko?
Suko?
With a Suko?
Zuko sounds...
Because the way Zuko walks in that tent unprepared and Sokka's putting on a show for him.
You're like, yes, hello.
Hell, hey,
welcome.
Hello. Good evening.
Oh, man. Like, welcome to my tent, sir. Would you care for some wine?
Don't mind if I do.
Oh, man. Speaking of wine, we've got Katara's back this season.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just kidding. I guess the ship is Aang and Katara, I guess, which I guess. I don't know. I like Aang and not Aang. I like Zuko and Katara better than Aang and Katara.
Okay, yeah, about that. I didn't realize like how many scenes they've had together throughout this whole season, like a lot. And I was like, okay, I understand why people ship them, but I mean, I'll stick with the canon ship with Aang and Katara. But to me, I'm sorry, this is just my opinion. I'm sorry, y'all are going to hate me, but I think Zuko is a bad example of a boyfriend to her, because in that episode when she goes to find the guy who killed her mother, he really encouraged her. It's like, you got to go kill this guy. Like, and I'm coming with you. It's like, no, man, no.
Or is it yes, man, yes? Because here's the thing. He did kill her mother.
He's just a bad influence on her.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I know. I'm sorry.
Nah, it's fine. We
but,
can kill people.
I mean,
it's all good.
Him with May... I mean, May, I like May and her or him, but I don't know. Zuko Sokka.
Oh, man. Yeah, I guess there wasn't really anybody else. Jet no.
I love Jet. I miss him.
I'm glad he's dead. I loved in Fire Emblem players. Like, we'll just do, like, that'll be like a 30-minute segment of us just talking about Fire Emblem players.
Yes.
So we'll go ahead and start off with the beginning of the season starts with Aang waking up from getting shot in the back by Azula. Iroh is in prison. Zuko has regained his
throne.
Hold on. Did you
What?
listen to episode 1? Oh, you don't have to clap.
Oh, okay.
Did you listen to episode 1?
Oh no, I should have.
Okay. So whenever we do honor, I have a clip of Zuko saying honor that I just splice in. And then there's one part where Zuko's like, I gotta find it. I found like a clip on YouTube. It's like 15 seconds of him just saying honor, 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 honor,
What?
honor, honor, honor.
Why am I not surprised?
So yeah, honor.
Insert
So
splice.
yeah,
scene.
so Zuko finding his honor. So it has been restored. His.
Oh God.
Just gonna keep that up. And yeah, so Aang wakes up on the Fire Nation ship, and they're like, "What is this crap?" There was a lot of flashbacks this season, like a lot of flashbacks.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's just so many. It's so many, like more than we've seen in season 1 and 2 combined. It's just all flashbacks in season 3. That's all it is.
Well, you gotta give the audience that recap episode, I guess.
Well, even then, I mean, it's flashbacks for stuff that we haven't learned yet. Like, whenever they're trying to, explain to these people, like, oh, how this person got out of jail, or how we found these people. Like, instead of just saying it, they're like, no, we're going to do a flashback. And we get a flashback for it. And it's like, okay, I mean, were you guys, like, trying to pad time, or what was the whole point of it? I mean, I like it. I like that you're giving me content. But then it's just like, oh, okay, I mean, yeah, sure, why not?
Mm-hmm. I can't really remember so much from the first episode. My memory's almost dying. Don't worry, I'll be talking about other episodes. But yeah, all I remember is just Aang being very upset that he has to remain a secret from everyone that he is alive.
Yeah, which is kind of sad. But after that episode, we come to a really fun episode where it's Dirty Dance. It's Footloose, not Dirty Dancing. It's Footloose in the Fire Kingdom. Oh my gosh, that should have been the title. Footloose in the Fire Kingdom.
I enjoyed that one. Aang accidentally puts on a Fire Nation school uniform and makes a fool of himself in the classroom.
Loved it. Absolutely loved it. I also love how, like, Aang is, like, all the girls love Aang. Like, every single girl loves Aang.
It's
like, there except maybe Toph. So yeah, we have Katara, obviously. That little girl from... Yeah, like, just everybody. If there's a little girl, they're automatically in love with Aang.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of like, okay, I get you, Aang. I get you. I see you.
Speaking of which, I really love their Fire Nation outfits that they just took off the, or stole.
Mm-hmm. I love that Sokka was like, no, this one.
Dress.
Everyone else is like grabbing crap and like, I want this one. Oh man, see that would be a fun cosplay to do. Is like a bunch of like the Avatar school kids. Cause like I really liked that whole like school uniform that they had.
I love their uniform. I did. I cosplayed Suki in her Fire Nation outfit.
Ah, see, that's cool. I will say I would like to do one of the Dai Li agents. Because those Dai Li outfits are super cool.
I'm trying to think of what they look like.
The Earth Nation guys.
Oh, yeah, uh-huh.
In the all green, and they have those cool, like, metal gauntlets on.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, they were dope. Kind of like the police officers in Korra.
Oh.
They're very Dai Li-esque.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Yeah, but no, that would be super fun. Yeah, I love that whole entire bit. That was, and you know, we get introduced to one of the best characters the show's ever created, Mr. Wang Fire, and his wife Sapphire Fire. I don't know if that was, you know, just Katara not getting that joke, or if Sokka was just he wasn't paying attention and named her Sapphire Fire, or if her name was supposed to be like Sapphire, like Sapphire.
Sapphire, yeah. Oh yeah, and let's talk about Sokka and his interest in his facial hair as a dad.
I was like,
Sokka's a dad.
Sokka, it's like Sokka, you can take that off though. It's permanently glued to my face.
Cardio room.
Oh my gosh, that was so good. It's like, I think I'm going to throw a dance for it. It's like, go to your room. Oh my gosh. It's like, it's a cave. That's all my room. Oh man, loved it. Yeah, and then we have probably some of the coolest music in the show. I mean, the show is fantastic with music, but I loved all of like the horns and everything. It was kind of like dancey cave music. If I was gonna go to a secret dance in the Fire Nation, that would be the music that I would want played.
I do like the music. I think I still have it on my iTunes.
See, that's cool. Oh man. And then we come to everybody's favorite episode of season 3, The Painted Lady.
Meh. I was almost wanting to skip that one and go to my favorite episodes.
Well, I did skip that one and go to one of my favorite episodes, which is Sokka's Master.
I love that episode.
Where poor Sokka finally realizes that he is the normal person among all of the group.
He's the lemur sitter.
He is the lemur sitter. He's like, there, Momo. Do you feel okay? Yeah, oh man. And then so we have the meteor that falls, and then he gets his cool sword. Loved it. Mm-hmm. And then he loses sword and boomerang, which is very sad.
Now, I think his master is, his voice is the lead, the stage combat choreographer for the show. I forgot his name.
Really?
Yeah.
See, that's super cool.
I mean, I could be wrong, but I'd have to double check. But I believe he is.
I mean, that would make sense. That would be really cool.
Mm-hmm. And I love just all the silliness that Sokka did during his training, like painting a rainbow or like using his face with the calligraphy paint or ink and just mushed his face all over the paper, just being silly. Like, Sokka, never change. You are adorable.
Yeah. Oh man, it's such a good episode. And then we have other episodes along the way. We have a wonderful beach scene.
Oh, that's my second favorite.
Is the beach?
Yeah.
With Team Fire Nation Riverdale? Firedale?
Yes.
Oh, you know what that is? That's not Firedale. That's like that's like One Tree Fire Nation. Or you know what? Zuko's Creek. Call it Zuko's Creek.
Oh my god, dude.
or we could do like an OC knockoff and it's the FN.
There he goes. We've lost him.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, we're done. Fire Nation 90210.
Be careful. Be careful. That outfit is sharp.
Oh my god. Like, oh god, I love Sula so much in this. It's sharp, like it could puncture a ship and all of the crew would drown. That type of sharp.
It is so sharp. But I love the scene where they're in that camp when they're doing the campfire. And they talk about each other's backstory, and Zuko is very troubled. He's angry at himself because he doesn't know, like, what to do, if he's supposed to be good or if he's supposed to be bad.
Yeah, man. Poor Ty Lee, though. She kind of got, like, the shaft in that. Like, everybody was, like, super mean to her. I was like, dang, leave her alone. She's just a flippy girl.
And then Azula doesn't care.
I love the Azula and be like, my own mother thought I was a monster.
Sure, but whatever.
It's like, well, she was right, of course I am, but it still hurt. It's like, oh, God.
It's like, that's my angsty moment.
Yeah, and that's Grey Delisle, who's fantastic.
Yes, absolutely.
I love her. You said earlier that this was, you think this is her best role.
Oh, yes. It's personally my favorite role. For her.
Yeah, I'm right there with you.
Just performance-wise.
But I will say, Jackie Lynn Thomas.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And then she's basically the same character, except a little less evil when she's Mandy in The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy.
Oh yeah, she did do Mandy.
So it's just like a small like drop from Mandy.
Mandy idolizes her.
Oh yeah. She's got like Azula on the wall.
A secret Azula shrine.
Oh man, it's like a weird Hey Arnold.
What's after the beach?
After the beach, we have the Avatar and the Fire Lord.
Yes, and they're the backstory. Let's see, Roku.
Which again,
and...
we get another backstory. Yeah, we get the streaming box that nobody bought. Then with yeah, sorry, that was a bad Roku joke.
Oh my god! It just clicked to me. Oh my god!
There it is.
Silly. My gosh.
Oh man, yeah.
I can't think anymore.
I will say I skipped that episode too.
Oh, but I love that one.
I mean, it's really good, but it's also one of those like I've seen it before.
I forgot that Zoku.
With Zuko, Count Zuko, yes, from Star Wars.
I hate you. Oh my god. Zuko. Zuko was related to Avatar Roku.
Yeah, and they're like, what? We're related to each other.
Oh no, maybe I am meant to be a superhero.
Maybe I am meant to be
I'm destined for greatness.
Oh, God. Man. And then we get like what's after that? The Puppet Master.
Oh my gosh. Oh, I love that episode. And when I watched I didn't mention this earlier, but I watched Legend of Korra before I watched Avatar Last Airbender.
So you already knew about the bloodbending.
Yeah, and it was so cool to look at the origins and be like, oh my gosh, yes, that, and that, and that. Yeah, oh my gosh, it makes total sense. Like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. So, yeah, I found the bloodbending episode really great, and Katara, inherited that power, which was dark. That has to be the darkest episode ever.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And then we have, like, the darkest episode, and we follow it up with one of the lightest episodes. And that's the one where Aang tries to go to sleep.
Oh!
It's like, how are you going to fight the Avatar if you're not... I mean, how are you going to fight the Fire Lord if you're not wearing pants?
Or you're not prepared for a math test.
Yeah, it's like, I have to do a math test to defeat the Fire Lord? It's like, yes.
I hate having academic dreams where I'm prepared for a test that I was not ready for, and I'm like, remember, wait a minute, I'm not even in school anymore. What the heck is this?
Is it bad that I, like, don't have those?
Well, your life is perfect.
Like, well, it's also one of those where, like, I was never prepared for a test, so... It's like, to me, it was just like, oh, we're having a test today? All right. Just walk in. Just use what I remember. And then we have our first two-part episode of the season, and it's the Day of Black Sun, where everybody gets together and they're gonna go fight the Fire Lord because we've got all the firebenders. Their bending's gonna be gone because of the eclipse. And we reunite with everybody.
Yeah, and Sokka...
Pipsqueak and the Duke.
Yeah, and Sokka was trying so hard to try to run this thing without his father's help. But then he was like, sad face. It's like, me too, dude. I mean, I'm not good at public speaking.
Yeah, but then he did get his chance. He got his moment to shine.
And
then everybody got captured.
And he's in a warrior outfit that is...
That warrior
kick-ass.
outfit is so dope.
Yes.
Oh, man, that would be a fun cosplay too.
That's been in my plans for a while. I don't know how.
Are you gonna do the helmet? The helmet.
I want
seems like
to do
the
helmet,
part.
but I have to look at tutorials online.
Well, just learn smithing. And
I'll do it. I'll cosplay that outfit if I could get a Suki.
I'll be Suki.
Okay, cool.
I'll go as a Kyoshi warrior. Mainly because I would totally do that, because I would love that face painting.
Hey, Sokka.
It's like,
nice
dress. Thank you. So we have that fun, the Black Sun, and yeah, that worked out well. Then we have the Western Air Temple, where we go to the Western Air Temple, which is probably one of the coolest sets that they've been to.
Oh my gosh. I agree.
The Western Air Temple is fantastic.
And then Zuko
Zuko
follows them along with Sparky Boom Man.
Boom Man. A.K.A. Combustion Man. A.K.A. that's not his real name, but we don't really care what his real name is. So that happens, and then Sokka kills a man.
Yeah, and I completely forgot how he annihilated him. I was like, that has to be the coolest death ever, just getting mind blown by your own mind explosion. I don't know.
He mind freaked himself.
I almost laughed too. Like
when it's like, that was so anticlimactic. It was amazing.
Oh my gosh.
Toph gets her feet burned, which is the reason that she doesn't get to go on any adventures.
And Dante Bosco impersonating all his fellow actors, like
that was
Azula
great.
and Iroh.
His Mako was really, really good. I loved it.
Yes. Zuko, maybe you should try to drink some tea to calm yourself. I was like, Dante, like, you don't need to do impersonations. Your natural voice is perfect.
But if you do those impersonations, they're fantastic. Oh yeah, that was great. I loved his like, hi, it's me, Zuko.
Hey,
like,
Zuko here.
Oh yeah, it's hey Zuko here. That's right. Love it. Absolutely love it. Like he like just keeps doing it. That poor frog. He has to hear everything.
Oh yeah.
Like, hey, Zuko here. Oh god, it's so good. Oh man. Then we have the so and then the next episode, Zuko forgets how to firebend, because he's a good guy now, and Katara thinks it's hilarious, which is one of the many times that Katara proves how petty she is, in this wonderful series.
She needs to calm down.
Yeah, I can't tell you. I told you the notes I wrote for Katara, which I can't say on the air.
Oh,
because it's bad.
Sorry, Katara fans.
She needs to basically she needs to stop being herself. Which nothing against it's Mae Whitman, right?
I don't know.
Was Katara?
Google it.
That's correct. I mean, I got it up here. Vamp, go. So talk about the firebending masters.
Firebending. Oh yeah. I really liked the what is it, the dragon dance statues, or the training center that they had to imitate the statues and mimic the movements. Like, I would like to learn that myself.
Yeah, like the Warriors of the Sun, or I think it's the Warriors of the Sun. But yeah, it was Mae Whitman. So I remembered something for once. Yeah, that's a really good episode. And we actually get a little bit of backstory on how firebending started, because it was dragons. And then we have, to me, the best of the two-parters this season, and it is Boiling Rock.
I like that episode. Kazuki.
Oh god,
or the Zuko Sokka scene. Oh, pretty clouds. Yeah, fluffy.
Oh my gosh, it's so good. When they're telling, it's like, so did you leave anybody behind? It's like, yeah. My. It's like, oh, you mean that gloomy chick? He's like, yeah, she's great.
She's cool. My first girlfriend turned into the moon.
It's like, that's rough, buddy. Oh man, love it. It's like their interactions are fantastic. So Sokka's trying to find his dad, and then doesn't find his dad at first, but he finds Suki.
You know, it's like it's so funny, because I thought at first it's like he had forgotten that Suki was imprisoned. It's like when he mentioned to Zuko, it's like, I'm going to go get my dad out of prison. It's like, you want to get your girlfriend out of prison.
Well, I mean, he knew that she was being held in the Earth Kingdom, though.
Oh, I thought it was the same prison.
Nah, I thought it was the Earth Kingdom, and then is this the Boiling Rock is where they send the absolute worst of everybody, supposedly. Yeah.
And then when Sokka goes into her cell, I had to say that famous Princess Leia line, "You're too short for
Fire Nation."
It's like, I am offended.
I love right before he sees her, he and Sokka are Sokka and Zuko are standing up on that railing, and they're like, well, what are we gonna do now? It's like, well, it's like my uncle used to say. It's like, a cloud has two sides. It has a light side and then a darker side, but with a silver lining in the middle. And sometimes you have to take a bite of the silver lining sandwich. And then just like spouting all this stuff that makes no sense. And then
it's like forget your philosophy, man. I got a bay to go to.
Well, I just love Zuko thought that he was like, oh my gosh, it worked.
It worked.
And Sokka's like, nah, I don't. Yeah, you didn't make a lick of sense, but I found Suki.
Zuko's trying so hard.
It's like poor Zuko. And then May comes back.
Mm-hmm.
And it was super cute. And then Ty Lee and May both turn on Azula, which is awesome.
That was a great episode. Which, speaking of which, like some of the best episodes that we're mentioning were directed by Joaquin Dos Santos, and he is the executive producer of Voltron.
Oh, is he?
Yes, and it was one of the reasons why I wanted to watch Voltron, was because some of the people who worked on Avatar work on Voltron, and the animation looks a little similar too.
Yeah, I'm trying, because he has a series that's coming up on Netflix right now.
Oh.
But I'm working on getting Giancarlo Volpe on.
Ooh, cool.
So that'll be another very prominent director of Avatar, and he did Star too, didn't he? Did some stuff with Star vs. Forces of Evil?
I don't know.
I believe. Yeah, so
Did he do Legend of Korra?
I'm not 100% sure. Let's see. He worked for Star vs. the Forces of Evil.
Did he direct some episodes?
Yeah, he did. He directed a lot of it. He directed. Let's go back. He directed the Fire Emblem Players, and the Firebending Masters, and the Day of Black Sun Part 1, The Runaway, and Sokka's Master. So some of my favorite ones. Then after, so we get Suki, and Sokka's dad shows up, and they get Sokka's dad out.
Mm-hmm.
So we get them out of prison, and we make it back, and then Katara decides that she wants to have a fun adventure with Zuko as well.
Yeah, the wrong kind of adventure.
And then Wait
a minute.
That adventure was Sokka and Suki.
And then
that was a different
and then
adventure.
That was when before that it was when Zuko walked into Sokka's tent, and then after Zuko walked out, Sokka's like, Suki, where are you? Let's go. And then the morning, the next morning, he was making a lei. So it's like, hey, that kind of
very subtle,
very subtleness of there.
They know cha-cha'd.
They did a little dance. Made a little love. Get down tonight.
And then we have the Southern Raiders, where Katara, whines a lot, complains to people. And then we have another good episode called the the Ember Island Players. Sorry, I may have skipped the Southern Raiders. Did you want to talk about it?
What was that?
That's the one where Sokka goes. I mean, dang it. Sorry, talking about good characters. That's the one where Katara and Zuko go, and they're gonna kill the guy.
Oh yeah,
but then they don't
kill
the guy.
Basically, just a waste of a trip.
Yeah, it's like a boring. Anyway, then we have the Ember Island Players. I keep saying the Fire Island, the Ember Island Players.
That sounds like an excerpt from Pokemon 2000.
Fire Island?
Yeah.
Probably, yeah. If there's not a Fire Island, there should be. So we have the Ember Island Players. Island. My gosh.
Take your time.
Fantastic episode. Probably one of the best episodes of the season. Because we get a fantastic recap episode. And Scott Menville's in this episode. And so is Tara Strong.
Oh, did Tara Strong do Aang?
Tara Strong is Azula.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, I love that episode. It's so good.
Mm.
And there's a lot of. You should watch that episode with commentary.
Oh, I should. Yeah, I'll do that next time.
It's really good because they talk about it along the lines of, yeah, like we put this stuff in there because this is what we wanted to relay. Like when they have, there's that part with, during like the drill scene for Bossing Say, there it shows the people in the audience and they're yawning.
Mm-hmm.
That's a direct reference to the people that thought that part of season 2 was boring.
Oh, huh.
So it's a direct like, yeah. The same thing with like it was for a lot of their critics. Like a lot of their critics said like, yeah, the story's bland and blah blah blah, but the animation's good. So that's why when at the end of the thing they're like, man, that was crap, and then Sokka's like, but the special effects were good. So it's another like direct like, yeah, we know what you're saying. Here's our response to your comments.
I like what Nostalgia Critic did when he reviewed the Last Airbender movie. He was like, I can only just imagine like the actual characters watching this movie. I cringe so bad. And they show like parts of the scenes of the movie and the character's like, I don't sound like that.
Oh, man. Oh, but I think Katara's was spot on. She was great.
Oh, yeah, like, oh, hope. Oh, hope.
It's like, I don't go on these big, long tangents, like teary-eyed tangents about hope, and they're like, yeah.
Yeah,
right.
sure.
Even Aang is like, yeah, you're right. You don't do that, Katara. It's so good.
I like it when that little boy walked past Zuko in the hall saying, hey, by the way, your scar should be on the other side.
Oh, man.
It's like, critics.
That part where he's got like his long ponytail, and then it goes to season 2 when it's he and Iroh, and he's like, Zuko, we have to talk about your hair. And it's like these flowing locks, and then it gets longer a little bit later.
Yes.
It's like, it's beautiful. It's so good. And then Jet's here, and then it's like, did Jet die? It's like, I don't know. It's fairly unclear. Oh man, and then like they made that actually look like a play. Like I loved their what they were using for like the fire bending and everything, where they would like throw the streamers.
Yes.
It looked so good. And then when Zuko dies, he gets caught in the fire and he's like, honor.
What's that? I think it's your honor.
Oh, it's so bad. It's so good though.
It's like, and to think they put like so much money into that production of that play. Like, wow, they really gave it their all, even though it's not accurate.
Oh, I mean, I love how it was like first-hand accounts of pirates, these people, and a very observant cabbage merchant. It's like, nice. That poor cabbage merchant. At least he made it again. He made it back. Oh, man. Oh, yeah. And then we come to the 4-part series finale, Sozin's Comet. So, part 1, we have pretty much the whole main thing with that is Aang running away.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're just kind of looking for him. That's about it.
He was talking to his previous avatars.
Was that one, or was that the second one?
I
don't remember. Yeah, it's...
Wow. Well, yeah. I mean, all I can remember is like Azula had her moments.
Yeah, that's definitely that's in part 3 and 4 when Azula snaps.
Yes.
And it is fantastic to watch, and that's why she's one of my favorite characters, because you feel for her.
I would feel psychotic and just like, and at the very end, like when she was chained down, she was crying like a brat, like a child. Like, I want to be better than everyone else. And she was like so desperate. It's like just like a baby, like an actual baby child.
Yeah, like when it just shows that she's been pampered and she's just mean to everybody, which is great. But it shows that she has no one with her. Like, there's no one that wants to be with her, which is very, really sad. Because, I mean, Ty Lee and May, they're there, and they kind of care for her, but it's also one of those where it's like, yeah, we care, but
if you don't care about us,
yeah,
entirely.
Why should we care about you? And then when she has to like get herself ready, and she cuts her hair, and then she sees the vision of her mom. I absolutely loved that scene.
I love that scene too.
It's so good. And then she freaks out, throws the brush, which, if I remember correctly, is the brush that she was using when she was, I think there's a part where she's like brushing Zuko's hair.
Yes. I remember now.
So it's like same brush, and I was like, that's perfect. It's really, really good stuff. And then she's going to get crowned, and then she just snaps, and like Zuko sees it and he's like, yeah, she's not there, I can beat her, and he almost did, but you gotta play dirty.
I liked how Katara defeated her, like just completely froze themselves, and she swam in the ice and chained her to the ground. That was very slick.
It's very, very good. And then you have that Azula like cracking with a and then she breathes the fire, and then she just starts crying, like she's like screaming, and then it just devolves into this like crying sob. And then she's like, yes, she's just a vulnerable girl, and it's very, very sad.
Oh yeah, and the big air raid.
We do have the air raid
when they're on the blimp and.
Before we go to the air raid, the fight with Sokka, the fight with Zuko and Azula is fantastic.
Yes,
it still looks so dang good. Sorry.
And it's amazing how they survived that, how everyone survived that.
Which is kind of sad that everybody survived it.
I mean, I would have hated for the characters to be killed off, but luckily they didn't.
But here's the thing, like, if that would have happened now, I think we would have had a character. Like, if this would have been 2018 when this came out, we would have lost a character.
I guess so.
We probably would have lost, unfortunately, probably Sokka.
Oh.
And he would have been awful.
He wasn't in Legend of Korra except for a flashback.
Yeah, he was only in a flashback. That was it.
All I wanted to know was, did Sokka did they have children? I just want to know. But I guess not. I don't know.
Well, because like who made it? Like Aang didn't make. Aang was never in it, except when Avatar State. Katara was in it. Toph was in it. Zuko made it, but just Sokka's the only one that never made it.
Yeah.
Which is crap.
And Dante Bosco played another character, his grandson, great-grandson.
Yeah, his great-grandson, who was also, he's part of like the Fire Nation Navy. Anyway, back to the fleet. I did like when like Toph goes Iron Man.
Oh.
She like, puts all the iron around her, is like, like beats everybody. And then Sokka's like, all right, great. So go ahead and steer the ship. And she's like, yeah, that's a fantastic idea. I'm blind. The blind guy is like, no, I was talking to Suki. He's like, oh yeah, that makes sense. Loved it. Then I thought we lost Suki. But Suki's okay.
And I thought we were going to lose. I mean, I did like that scene when Sokka told Toph, like, it looks like this is the end. Like,
and she starts tearing up. I was
like,
oh my gosh.
That is actually a very touching scene.
Yeah.
I got emotional.
Because he's doing his best to hold on to her. And I love how he's, like, throughout that, because Toph is blind.
Yeah.
He's responsible for Toph that whole entire
he was her eyes
run through.
Yeah.
Where he's like, Suki can take care of herself. So, and that's what she does. She takes care of herself, but he's dragging Toph everywhere. And I was like, that's the friendship that they've made throughout the course of, I guess, the year that they've been together. It's only been like a year.
Yeah.
But still, it's like, you can see the friendship that is there. And it's just it's so good. And then when she starts crying, I was like, oh god. I love that part where he's like, yeah, I don't think Boomerang's coming back. I was like, oh. So
and then
sad.
when Suki came in, I was like hoping to hear the Superman theme.
Pretty much. Da-da-da-da. Yeah.
Da-da-da-da-da.
We may as well have put that in.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was it's so good. Oh man.
And then are we on the final?
The final is the fight between Mark Hamill and a young boy.
Basically.
Yeah, whenever it's Mark Hamill, I'm just like, man, I know Mark Hamill's a fantastic bad guy, but unfortunately his voice is very recognizable. Like, unless you know, in this one, I think it's probably his best because he's not that recognizable.
Mm-hmm. But
knowing that it's Mark Hamill going in, you're like, yeah, that's definitely Mark Hamill. You can hear it. I want to say like the first few times I watched it, I didn't know that it was Mark Hamill.
I didn't know it was either.
Because it's just so different. And then you're like, oh, that was Mark Hamill. And then you hear it again. You're like, yeah, now unfortunately, I'm only going to hear Mark Hamill.
I'm going to have to rewatch it so I can listen closely.
Yeah. But yeah, so we have the wonderful fighting. And then another thing that is very influential in the Legend of Korra, Aang takes the Fire Lord's bending away.
It almost
like
kills him.
Oh, yeah. Like, that's like the whole crux of season 1, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we're taking bending away because that's what we do in steampunk society. Yeah. And then Steve Bloom gets blown up or something. It's Steve Bloom, right?
Yes, Steve Bloom plays Amon, which I still don't know how Amon gained the power to take bending away. I don't know if they ever explained that.
I don't think they did. Like,
whatever.
It was definitely it's like a chi thing. I don't know. And he just like blocked that chi.
I guess it was a chi thing.
I don't remember. I have to watch Korra again.
I only liked book 1 of Korra.
Yeah, I didn't like book 2 after her and Mako kind of broke it, and that's when I kind of stopped watching.
Yeah,
because I liked Mako too much.
You did?
Yeah, I did like Mako. I liked Mako. Because like my Mako is season 1 Mako. That's the Mako that I like, and then I guess he got really bad in season 2 and 3. I don't even know.
I liked Mako in the first few episodes. In fact, my friends who got me into Korra, they were going to be Korra and Bolen, and they asked me to be Mako. I was like, okay. So I went out and bought the fabric. I bought the patterns. I was so ready to do it. And then episode 5 came in, and I was like, well,
I don't know
darn.
which one episode 5 is. Is that the one where What's-Her-Face comes in?
It's the love triangle fiasco thing. It's good. Like, it is a good episode, but at the same time, like, I'm so mad at Mako. He's a terrible character.
Nah, he's fine.
I don't like him at all, but I
still
still kind of want to cosplay him. It's his character design. But I hate Mako.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. Like, his character design is fantastic.
Anyway.
Yeah, what were we talking? Oh, yeah. So he takes the bending away, and then everybody lives happily ever after until Legend of Korra.
Yes. Which I like how they kind of bridged the two.
Real quick. So, watching the last episode again, that last scene, we have Aang and Katara come up, and then they do a hug thing, and then it shows them looking out over the city, and then it does a pan out.
Yeah.
And then it cuts back again to them kissing. I'm like, what is this crap?
They were like, wait, hold up, credits. Wait, 1 second. Wait.
Well, it just seems like it's like, I was like, that's perfect. That's totally fine. And then they do that. I'm like, did that part not test well in focus group? And that's when...
That was terrible editing.
It was so awful. That's one of, like, yeah, my complaint about that last episode is that and Zuko becomes the Fire Lord. We don't see what happens to Azula. She's probably in a loony bin somewhere, and then he's like, "Tell me where my mother is," and then I guess that happens in the comics.
It does. Yeah, there is
Does he find her?
He doesn't find her. He just finds out the truth about.
What was the truth?
Well, I only watched a YouTube video explaining what happened to her. It was very hard to follow, but basically, I mean, like Zuko's and Azula's parents were very terrible parents. Like Zuko's father was, wanted to kill Zuko, but Zuko's mom made a deal with him, being like,
it's like, yeah, we'll kill your dad.
Like, don't poison my son. Like, just like banish me instead. Because he banishes her because he feared that she was going to poison him. I don't know. I could be wrong. It's very confusing how they explained it. But I'm pretty sure if you look it up, it'll explain what happened to her. But I don't know. It was unclear to me. It was kind of complex.
Okay.
Maybe I explained wrong. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't know. And I'd like to know what happened to Azula afterwards.
She's in the prison. She's like in a straight jacket.
Forever in prison?
I think.
Like they did it like rehabilitate her?
I don't know.
That's what I want to know. Like I want to know what happened. And we all want to know who Sokka got with at the end.
Sokka and Suki got married and have children, but they just didn't want to be a part of the Legend of Korra franchise.
Or Sokka and Toph got married. And that Beifong, is it Lin Beifong?
Yeah.
That is Sokka and Toph's kid. You know what?
Let's
just say we're gonna make it canon now that Sokka, Suki, and Toph had a
what did you call it? Soft?
That was like Sokka and Toph. It was like soft. But what did we call it? Like the three of them. It was like
suck off.
Suck off. It was suck off. Yeah. So Sokka, Suki, and Toph is suck off. It's so bad. It's the best ship name though. So yeah. So I want to say that suck off got in a nice polygamous relationship with each other, and like all three of them just like got together at the end of the series.
Man, why couldn't that
and
be
that
a
way
sequel?
It's a win for all the shippers. It's a win for Soft. It's a win for what was it? Suka,
yes.
Suka, and it's a win for Suck Off.
All right.
So it's just a win for everybody. Actually, I have no idea what Sokka and Toph are. Taka? Is it Taco? Is it Taka?
Taka?
Taka, like Taco Bell?
Taco Bell. Oh, gosh.
Anyway, suck off for the win.
Okay, so, yeah,
That's Avatar: The Last Airbender Season 3.
What?
Yeah. Yeah, why not? That's the end of the show.
Roll credits.
Roll credits, that was it. Now, if you were going to rank this season, where would you rank it? Of the 3 seasons.
Of the 3 seasons, 5, Norwell Bless.
Oh, yeah.
I was almost going to say 5 suck-offs.
I'm going to give it 5 suck-offs. 5 Dipper Pines. But, okay, so if you were going to rank the 3 seasons in order, like 1, 2, and 3, where would you put season 3 in that?
Well, season 3 is number 1. Is that... I don't know. I don't know. I haven't rewatched book 2 or 3, or book 2 or 1 or 2. I guess I would put book 2. as number 2?
Yeah, I think my 3, 2, and 1 are 1, 2, and 3. That's weird the way I said it, but I think 3 would be 1, 2 would be 2, and 1 would be 3rd.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it's like reverse.
Yeah, just to reverse the order, except 2's stuck in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. Now, so that's what we thought of Avatar: The Last Airbenders. Definitely go see it. I say go see it. Like, you can go see it. Go buy it so you can watch it, because it's fantastic.
And it's on Blu-ray.
Yep,
Finally.
It is on Blu-ray. I need to get the Blu-ray, because I have the old DVDs, and they only put, like, 3 to 4 episodes on a DVD, so it's just kind of hard to watch.
I assumed that you already ordered it. I don't know if you... I couldn't remember if you told me already.
No, Hannah bought them.
Oh.
Like, Hannah bought the series, but I already had the DVDs, so I was like, no, I'll just keep the DVDs. But then rewatching it, I was like, no, I kind of want all of them on, like, 2 discs instead of, like, 7.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, this, all of the episodes were on 4 discs. And it was awful. Have to switch discs. I hate it. All right, so we're going to do a fun a new segment called Ashley's 2-Minute Rant. So Ashley is going to talk about Voltron Season 7. Is it Voltron the Legendary Defenders?
Yes. Yeah, Legendary Defenders, yeah. Or
Legendary
Defender.
Defender.
Yeah, because Voltron is one thing.
The Legendary Defender.
No, there's no the.
Voltron Legendary Defender.
There we go.
That seems like a weird way to put it. But anyway, go.
Well, before I dive into it, I just want to say that rewatching Book 3, just watching Sokka, I was just like, Sokka is the reason why I love Lance so much, because they are so identical.
Yes.
And I'm like, if Avatar: Last Airbender came out the same time as Voltron, Jeremy Shada would have voiced both of them.
I would rather have Jack Decina voiced Lance.
Yeah, it's oh god, I love Jeremy Shada. I met him before Voltron because I love him as Finn in Adventure Time. But anyway,
Did you cosplay as Finn?
I did not. I cosplayed Fiona. I did cosplay Lance. But anyway, I just love the two of them. They're like distant brothers. And I want to just see fan art of the two of them. But anyway, season 7.
That's what Tumblr's for.
Yeah. I bet there's a lot of them out there.
Well, there's one that's out there that I kept seeing when I was looking for post pics. And it's a fan drawing of Zuko in the middle, Sokka on one side doing like a A, and then Bolin on the other side doing an A.
I have seen that. I have seen a fan art of
and I'm just like
the Avatar characters
here?
Dressed as Voltron and Voltron dressed as Avatar characters, and of course Lance
and
was
Toph is
Sokka.
Pidge.
Yes,
of course.
And Zuko and Keith are pretty much the same too, except Zuko is a little bit more fiery. I don't know. I guess.
I got your joke there.
Yeah.
And but is Lance looking for his? I'm sorry, not Lance. I clapped too early. But is Keith looking for his?
Well, I guess he was like more like looking for. I think in this season definitely proves it that he was looking for you know family the whole time. I mean, I don't like Keith. He's my least favorite character. But he had a very good moment with his mom, who he reunited with in the previous season, which I really like. I forgot her name, but they had a really good moment when Keith had to depart from her. Like, she had to stay on the on a
Keith's
planet.
Mom's name was Meath.
Meath, okay.
Short for Mama Keith.
Meath, I get it. And they were like, and he was like, I love you too, Mom. I was like, oh, I'm so cute. But this season was really good, very different. They go back to Earth because they received a distress signal from Sam Holt. Pidge's father, and he played a very big part in this season, which I am so proud of him. Like, Pidge's family is awesome, the best family ever. And speaking of families, I waited for so long for Lance to finally reunite with his family, his adorable family, and Hunk as well. He reunited it with his adorable family, and Hunk got a very good, great scenes from this season. I think I really liked how Keith acknowledged Hunk as like his favorite, basically. Like, Hunk is the guy who holds the team together and holds hope with them, and just to make it through all the badness in the world and all the fights. And when they were floating in space, like holding each other, like trying to keep them from going insane. It was like a scene from Gravity, from the movie, and just like being all alone in space, but they held each other.
So who was holding who?
Well, like they were all in a circle, like linked arms.
Everybody was linked. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was just Keith and Hunk. And then I was like, so does that mean, like, Lance
no, I'm sorry. I was
together?
talking about the whole team.
Okay.
But yeah, it was Alora and the Paladins, except for Shiro. Because Shiro was like frozen for some reason. And they were like floating in space, and they were like in the brink of turning mad. Like, because luckily they had oxygen to breathe, and but they were still alone in space. It's like waiting for someone to come help them. That was a good episode. The game show episode, that was weird. I personally like the Dungeons and Dragons episode from the previous season.
I'm sorry. There's a Dungeons and Dragons
Yes.
episode of Voltron?
Yes.
Who plays Dungeons and Dragons?
Everybody. Like, even Karan. Like, the Paladins are, like, dressed in, like, just some silly outfits. I think Pidge was a witch or something, or a mage. Shiro was a paladin.
Of
like
course.
like he was like basically in knight's armor. And Lance, I liked Lance. He was like a
Was he
like
a ranger?
He kind of, he was like a was it like a wolf thief?
Oh, he was a rogue?
I guess. I don't know.
Rogues are cool.
And no, Hunk was a mage. I think Hunk was a mage. I can't remember who Keith was. I don't think Keith was in this episode. No, I don't think he was.
Jocks don't tend to play.
But the game show one was kind of funny. But okay, I have to say this, but my favorite scene from the entirety of this season was when they showed the Beebos, the Beeboo bees. I think that's what they're called. Those long, skinny little guys. The animators, I praise them for this. They did like a shot of like a what do you call it? Just a reenactment of a Seinfeld episode in Jerry Seinfeld's apartment. It was all animated exactly like his apartment, and they had one of the Beebos come in through the door like Kramer, and I lost it. I was all in for it because I'm a big Seinfeld fan, and I was mind blown. So I have to thank the animators for choosing that, like, just that brief scene, and I praise them for that.
I'm out.
But yeah, this season was definitely great. That was definitely longer than 2 minutes. I apologize.
Yeah, I was going to say, this has turned in from Ashley's 2-minute reviews
I promised.
Ashley's 6 minutes reviews.
I promised it was going to be 2 minutes, and then Josh like asked a few questions. But
like two? Because you said D&D, and I was there.
Okay,
so
well,
any ship progress happened this season? Like with my ship?
We're not going to go into ships because that's a completely different story.
I mean, we can go ahead and talk about it.
Yeah,
we can talk about it.
No, I don't think it's worth it.
Oh,
No.
Well, let's just say
no. All the Voltron fans that are listening to this right now, they would know exactly what I'm talking about. So,
well, let's just say,
Josh,
this goes to everybody. This goes to everybody. Don't be mean to voice actors. Voice actors are doing a job.
Absolutely.
Is what they do. That is what they get paid to do. Don't be D-bags.
Don't
to voice actors.
They don't play any part in the writing.
No, they don't.
They just read the scripts.
Yeah, they get a script. Like, I have a bunch of scripts in front of me, like in my hands right now that I just threw on the ground.
Yeah, he's right.
That is just what you have to go on, and half the time you don't even have a lot of good things to go off of. That's an audition, so that doesn't really help the situation. But you're just reading a script. That is what a voice actor does, and that is what voice talent does. They read a script, and they become a character, but they do not write for that character.
And remember, guys, it's just a show.
Exactly.
It's not real.
Exactly.
Okay. Okay.
And that being said, Lance and Pidge. So I was shipping them season 1.
I ship Lance with me. Well, no, Lance and Allura got their moments, and I love them to death. So,
do you ship like Lance and Suki?
Yes, but
what would that be?
But Sokka beat him to it.
Oh, now if only there was a moon spirit.
Oh!
You know what? It's kind of like the moon spirit. They have a lot of the same hairstyle. Ashley died. Ashley did die.
I died. I'm dead, guys.
So did we crack the code? Did we crack the code?
Yes, you did. Congratulations. You win.
I did it.
You win something.
I win Voltron Defender Legendary.
You have to fix this. Like, it's your job. You're the legendary defender of the Phantom. I don't. You get a shiny sticker.
Yay.
Oh my god. I'm blown. Oh my gosh.
I did it, guys. I fixed it.
All it
took was rewatching Avatar. And then you find out what happens. So, what's her name? Allura? Alana?
Allura.
I knew a girl back in the good old days. Her name was Allura. Yeah. So Lance and Allura are Sokka and Yue. So you're welcome, everybody. That means Allura's they're gonna kiss once. Allura's gonna die. She'll become the guardian of the universe.
I can just imagine someone doing a comic of Lance meeting Yue, like in space. That would be the coolest thing in the world.
Well, conveniently, she is located on the moon, or in.
And
the
then
moon.
Allura gets jealous, just like Lance did when Allura was with Lotor.
So has Lance kissed anybody yet?
I'm trying to rewind my memory. No. Maybe he has, like, with somebody, but I really can't remember.
Was it Pidge?
I can't remember. I don't know. No, it was not Pidge.
Dang it.
No.
Has Pidge kissed anybody?
No, I don't think anyone. Well,
Lame.
no. Allura kissed Lotor.
This is not the show for me then.
Well, Joaquin Dos Santos, who's the executive producer, he said in an open letter, which you could find on Twitter, he said that romance was not going to be the main focus of this show. He wanted, he and Lauren Montgomery wanted this show to be just focused on the character's growth and the story, which they totally made the right choice, but the fandom's just got to make a big deal out of it. Just all about the ships and the clans and the ships and the clans.
Because is that what it is? Keith and Lance's clans?
Yeah, it's
Lame. I don't like it.
But anyway, yeah, that's my Voltron rant.
Alrighty. Well, now, Ashley, where can everybody find you? Well, actually, first off, I want to touch on one thing. We were supposed to be at, as some of you know, because we've talked about it, we were supposed to be at a ZumiCon this weekend. Unfortunately, the con just canceled.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it's a whole mess. Yeah, it's one of those where, the owner tried to blame it on the guests.
What?
Yeah, said like talent scheduling, which was total BS because there were two people there that I know. Both of them have been on the show before, Jade Saxton and Damon Mills, and I had been working with Damon to get him to a ZumiCon. So we had been working quite heavily with that. However, they canceled it and kind of pulled it out the rug from under everybody, and yeah, then tried to blame the talent, which is another one. It's like, don't blame the talent for crap. I mean, yeah. So unfortunately, we're not at a ZumiCon. Hopefully, we'll be at SoonerCon sometime soon. Also, the next 2 episodes that you have from the show are going to be pre-recorded episodes, so I apologize if there's, just like this episode was pre-recorded, but I'm gearing up to go out to LA, so I really don't have a whole lot of time to record, so that's why everything's kind of shaken up a little bit weird. If there's any news, maybe we'll do a news episode if something like crazy breaks. But yeah, unfortunately, I mean, that's what we're gonna do. Just because stuff.
Wow. Maybe I'll run an episode for Tangled the series without you.
What? My gosh, what was that? Practicing your Azula laughs.
Maybe.
We should get Gray Delisle.
That would be great.
Does anybody know Gray? If you do, shoot us an email. We'll get with her. We'd love to have her on. That'd be awesome. All right. So, Ashley, where can everybody find you?
You guys can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Plus Eton Vu, and at my website at ashleysailor.com.
And you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Josh L. Kane. You can find the podcast on Instagram at Animation Station Podcast, Facebook and Tumblr at Animation Station Podcast, Twitter at Animate Podcast. You can also find all of our episodes on iTunes, Stitcher, Podbean, Google Play, any of your favorite podcatchers. You can also find all of our episodes on our website, animationstationpodcast.com. If you want to be super duper cool, you can leave us a review on iTunes. That helps other people find our show. You would be super awesome. And if you have any, I'm going to start a new segment, kind of like a mailbag segment. So if you have any questions for the show, or like questions, comments, anything like that, just shoot us an email shoot an email over to animationstationpodcast@gmail.com. And who knows, we may read them on the air.
Yes, please show us your comments and feedback. It's awesome. We want to hear from you. I want to hear from you.
Like if you want us to do Squidbillies September, or I'm just kidding, we're not going to do Squidbillies September. That sounds awful. Watch a show that started with O. What's a show that started with O?
Oh?
Oh no, we can't do it because October is Spooktober.
Oh, Spooktober. Ooh, that sounds fun.
Yeah. Let's see.
So over the garden wall. Over the garden wall. Or over the garden wall. There you go.
Yeah, that's in Spooktober. Spoilers: Over the Garden Wall is in Spooktober.
Yay!
So our first Spooktober, we had Spooktober, which was Spooktober the beginning. Then there was Spooktober 2, Electric Spookaloo. And this is Spooktober 3. I don't know what we should call Spooktober 3.
Huh.
Oh, no, wait. I think Spooktober 2 was the respookening.
Ah, I like it.
So Spooktober 3 could be Electric Spookaloo.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll do Electric Spookaloo.
Sweet.
For Spooktober 3. Then November, we have Naughty November, where we're just going to do a bunch of... no, I'm just kidding. We're not going to do Naughty November.
Oh, you kept my hopes up.
We could do Naughty November. What could we do in Naughty November?
I don't think the stuff and things and stuff.
The stuff
The
and
stuff
things,
and
things and
things.
stuff.
Okay.
That seems weird. And then December for something. I don't know. Maybe we'll do Christmas stuff. Maybe this will be the first year that we do Christmas stuff in December.
Oh, yeah, and The Grinch comes out. The Grinch. The Benedict Cumberbatch version. Oh, no.
No, I'm still here. I just didn't want to. I didn't want to respond to any of that, so we'll just keep that in.
He psyched me,
you
y'all.
guys, we've been having some Skype issues with Skype doing a bit of a droppy drop because I don't know why. So yeah, it's because I moved into this new studio. I think it's the studio's fault.
You freaked me out, man.
I did. All right. So yeah. Yeah. Sure. We'll do the Grinch.
I'm gonna see it,
Right.
so I'll be prepared.
I guess we got Wreck-It Ralph coming out.
Oh yeah, and then Spider-Man, Spideyverse.
Spider-Man, yeah, Spider-Verse. Flip. That's how Spider-Man is. That's him shooting his web.
That's how I live that Spidey life. The Spidey life. That's how I live that Spidey life.
And then there's like Spider-Man. How did that? It was, I don't know. Anyway, so for the Animation Station podcast, I'm Josh.
And I'm Ashley.
Flameo hotmen.
Flamea hotmen.
Oh, that's right. Flamea and Flameo.
Flamea. Let's do it at the same time.
1, 2, 3.
Flamea.
Flameo. That we didn't do it.
What?
So, yeah, we weren't matched.
Do you want me to say Flamea or Flameo? Let's just say Flameo.
Flameo. Okay, so 1, 2, 3.
Flameo.
Nope, we still messed up. We're not in sync. We're Backstreet right now. We're not in sync.
Okay.
Bye. And stop.
You are so weird, man. Oh, I am burning up.